Welcome back, students. Today we will be starting with ledger of accountancy subject. My first video was on journal of accountancy subject, then we are coming in ledger. So today we will be knowing the rules of the ledger first. So what are the rules? There are three rules I have marked over here. 1, 2, 3. So in these three rules, first comes separate account is opened in ledger books for each account and entries from ledger posted to respective account accordingly. So what is the meaning of this rule, or what the rule says? So separate account is opened means like if I am preparing a journal entry, I have given an example over here. So this is an example, and this is our journal entry that X receives cash from Z. So X is receiving cash from Z. So Z is the receiver and X is the giver of rupees 6,000. X receiving cash from Z of rupees 6,000. So what will be the journal entry? So journal entry is written over here. The journal entry will be cash account debit. I have already told why it will be in debit in the previous video. If you have not seen, so check it out over there. And it will be and cash account will be debited to Z account, means it will be credited. We don't need to write credit over here, I have told it. So we need to write 2 is very important to write. So to Z's account. So the question is, X receives cash from Z of rupees 6,000. I have not written over here 6,000, but in the examination we need to write 6,000. Journal entry is cash account debit to Z's account. So now what will be the ledger? This we know. If you have seen my video, or if you have learned the journal chapter properly, you have understand how we are preparing this journal. So this is not the topic of our today's video. So what is the ledger? How will be the ledger of this journal entry? So here comes the ledger. Ledger will be over here. You need to write the date. The date I have not mentioned because it is an example over here also. So what is first of all, we need to know the format. So we know how to write in journal, means what is the format of the journal. So the format of the journal will be copied twice. This is the best way to remind it, that date will be also there, particular will be also there, and amount rupees will be also there. So in journal we also have these threes, and we also had one column extra that was I forgot that account. Sorry for my mistake. I have forgot that thing. So another column was over here, and in ledger we will be copying that format twice. Means date will be also here, particular will be also here, amount rupees will also here. Then again the date will become in the another column, then particulars again in the another column, then amount rupees in the another column. And in the journal we used to write this thing over here, cash account debit to Z account, and then comes the narration. But in ledger we don't need to write the this thing. What is that? Narration. We don't need to write separately. That means togetherly, that to means cash account debit to Z's account. Only we need to write over here is debit and credit. Debit this side and credit this side. So what is the reason for writing this? So if we are preparing this one, this is one thing, this is one thing, and again comes this one thing. So these are the two journal formats. So we are preparing this side by side. So we are writing the narration over here in the we are writing the narration in the journal, but not in the ledger. This is the rule of writing a ledger. So how we will be writing the ledger now? We have come to know the format, that debit will be this side, credit will be that side, and we will be doing the separate this thing, date particular amount rupees, date particular amount rupees. And why I have wrote the cash column over here? So I have wrote the cash over here because I am preparing the ledger of the cash account. If I am preparing the ledger of the Z account, then I have to write Z account. But I am preparing the cash account ledger, so that is why I am writing over here cash account. So now how to write the entry? So if we will notice that I have written over here cash account debit to Z account, and I have posted Z in the debit side. So why I have done this, or what is the means, how to means if it is equal or similar to other ledgers also or not. So now I will be saying the process, so please concentrate over here. It is a very easy process. So what is the process in cash account? If I have written over here, no sorry, I have written over here cash account debit to Z account. Might be I have wrote over here cash account debit to Y's account, or I have wrote over here cash account debit to that shop account, cash account debit to Ram account. Anything I could have written over here, but we need to remember that to Z account, while we are writing to Z account, means over here the journal is there. So we are preparing cash account, so we have wrote over here cash account, and as the cash account is in debit, we need to enter it in the debit side. Remember it, when the cash account is in debit, we need to enter it in the debit side. When the cash account will be credit over here to cash account, then we need to enter it in the credit side. So debit side, cash account indicates the debit side, so we have wrote over here to Z account in the debit side. So what I mean to say is that cash account means we are preparing cash account ledger of the cash account. In cash account, it indicates it will be in the debit side, so we have come over here in the debit side. We have written over here to Z account, okay. So this is the process, and I hope, I think that this will be the easiest chapter in the that accountancy subject, because I have got it very easy. So I think you should also get. So this is the process. So if you know the process to write the journal, so you can also write the ledger. That is why I have told in the previous video that journal is the very important chapter, and it is the chapter which will be helping you to do full accountancy subject, because it will be means if you are preparing a building, then first you will be preparing the basement, then you will be preparing the first floor. Like this you will be going. No, if the basement will be loose, so how will be the means the fifth floor will be there. So like this only, if you are means if you are going step by step and in a good manner, you are going to do every chapter in a good sense, then it will be very easy for you. So I hope this was clear to you, that means all my students, so that I am repeating this thing again, that how to make the ledger. So X receives cash account from Z of 6,000. Then what will be the journal entry? Cash account debit to Z account. So while we are preparing the ledger, cash account debit, so in cash account debit side we are writing over here to Z account, and 6,000 is posted over here, 6,000. Okay, so this was about the first rule. Then comes the second rule. What is the second rule? Second rule is, it is a practice. It is a practice to use word to and by while posting transactions. So in the first video I have also told you that we are writing over here to, we don't write by over here, as we are writing debit. But in ledger you have to write to and by both. Okay, so in debit side, this time in debit side we have wrote in the journal, in the credit side we have wrote to. But in ledger, as you are writing in the debit side to, we have to write over here, because we are doing the entries is like that. In the debit side we are writing to, so it is going to be debited. So that is why if you need to write 2 over here, because this is the rule. So to Z account, but if you were writing over here, means if you were writing Z account debit to cash account, so then you need to write by Z account 6000. First time a student will be using by in ledger, because in journal we haven't used the word by in writing journal. That is why in ledger we are going to use by in ledger first time. So this is the rule of writing a ledger. Number 2. Then number 3, it comes, the account debited in the journal should be also debited in the ledger, but reference should be of respective credit account. So what is this rule saying? This is saying that the account debited, this is the account which is debited in our example. So the account debited in the journal, should be also debited in the ledger, but reference should be of the respective credit account. Means this is the debit side, we are writing over here in the debit, we are going over here in the debit, okay, but we are writing Z account. This rule also says like that. The account debited means the account debited, cash account is over here debited, so that is why we are going in the debit side. The account debited in the journal should be also debited in the ledger, so in the ledger we are coming in the debit side, but reference should be of the respective credit account. So reference should be on the respective credit account. So what is the reference over here? We are getting to Z account, so we are writing to Z account. So I hope these 3 rules are pretty clear to you all the students. So I am repeating again. Number 1 rule, separate account is opened in ledger, books for each account and entries from ledger posted to respective account accordingly. Then number 2, it is a practice to use words to and by while posting transaction. We are writing by over here first time, so that is why this is the rule. Number 3 comes, account debited in the journal should be also debited in the ledger, but reference should be of the respective credit account. Over here cash account is there, cash account over here also there. In cash account, the debit in the debit side it will be coming. In the debit side we are going to the debit side, while we are coming in the debit side the information we are writing from the credit side to Z account. So I hope the ledger will be clear to everyone if he hears the video, or if he learns the video properly. So this was all about the ledger chapter. Thank you for watching my video.